Hi Flosstube, welcome. My name is Tina. I'm a 14 count Ada girl. If you too love stitching on 14 count Ada or just come to see what I like to stitch on 14 count Ada, thank you for coming today. I hope you see something you like and I hope you stick around. And to my previous viewers, thank you for coming back. Thank you for liking and subscribing and commenting. I love reading everyone's comments. Everyone is so nice and helpful in all the comments, and I do read every one of them and answer every one of them. So if you have any comments, any questions, feel free to get in touch with me. I'll be happy to answer any questions that I can. If I can't, I'll try to find the answer for you. Today I am showing you 16 of my wows. A wow is my whips of the week. It's everything that I have stitched in this last week. I have stitched on 16 different projects. Now, each of my projects, I have 38 of them currently. All of my whips are 38 total, and I touch each and every one of these once a month for a minimum of 100 stitches. Sometimes they get more, but that just depends on, the mood that I'm in or the rhythm that I'm going. If I feel like I need to keep going and finish out a thread or whatever, it might go a little long. So today we have 16 wows to show you. Like I said, I touch each and every one of them once a month. There are 38 of them and 16 got touched this week. So we are down to 5 to finish off of them for the month. And then at that time, I just stitch basically whatever I want. And for the last couple weeks, I've been stitching on 100 owls, as most of you know, and I had it down for a finish for this year, and she is finished. So today, without further ado, we will show you 100 owls by Owl Forest Embroidery. This is what she looks like. Yes, there are 100 owls in this. They do number them on the pattern and everything. It is a free pattern, and you can go to owlforest.co.uk, I believe it is, and download this. It's under the freebie section, still there. They have a lot of freebies there. I've actually downloaded another one that I may start now that this one's done. So here she is, and I did give her a little iron, so she does look pretty good. Now my husband was going to take her to Hobby Lobby and frame it for me for Christmas, and I decided that I think we should wait till after Christmas. We'll probably find a better sale on frames, and I kind of wanted to be there. So there she is in all her glory, just beautiful. Oh, I love her so much. I didn't have any issues with it. That is all done in DMC floss. The fabric is 14 count Ada from 123 Stitch. It is called Mystic Gray. I did give myself a 3-inch border on all sides, just so I had plenty of room to do any kind of mounting or framing or whatever I wanted to do on that. So, yay! I'm so glad she's one of my big girls, and she's the first real big one that I have gotten done. So I'm pretty happy about her. So once she is framed, then I will show you what she looks like fully framed, fully finished. Let me set her over here, over this chair. Okay, so, sorry there was no video on Monday. Mondays are starting to get hectic for me for some reason, so I may end up, it may be Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday before you get a video sometimes, but nonetheless, you will get the video. I am trying really hard to stay on track. I know I have missed a couple Mondays, but I'm working on it. I'm doing my best. Shoulder is still giving me a little bit issues with my tendonitis. The cortisone shot has pretty much not completely worn off, but it has worn off. It does still hurt a lot, and I do have to take a lot of breaks, and I am having an MRI done on the shoulder on Friday. So I'll let y'all know if anything comes up on that MRI. So I'm going to be stitching my heart out tomorrow night because it'll be Thursday, and I want this thing swollen and inflamed so they can see exactly what's going on in there. So I will be stitching until I can't stand to stitch anymore. I don't know if that's the right thing to do or not, but I just want to make sure whatever this paint is, they can see it. Okay. I do have a little bit of haul today, which I will show in a little bit. Let's see, and I only have 5 more finishes for the month, so let's get this started because this is going to take a while. I don't have a helper today, and let me pull out my handy dandy calendar. My calendar is nothing special, just a regular calendar that, you know, I just write on what I do every day, and if I had a stitch count that day, I try to count them. I do mostly count by hand unless it's in Pattern Keeper. I have about 5 that are 5 or 6 that are in Pattern Keeper, so I don't have to count my stitches, but usually it's just 100 anyway, so that makes it pretty simple anyway. But usually I just count them. I put them on Good Notes, and every time I stitch, I just highlight in a different color so I know what color I did that day. So I count all the purple stitches or all the green stitches. You get it. So first thing I stitched on this week, and do I already have these out of order? Oh, how do I do this? Oh, the right side. Okay. Sorry, I made 2 columns. I forgot. This column and this column. There's 8 in this column and 8 in this column. Okay, so the first thing I started on was Happy Stitching by Sue Hillis Designs. This is a really cute design. I really like it. And they still have this one at my L&S. Oh, and if you see my nails were done by my daughter, Courtney. She used to own her own nail salon, so she still comes over and does our nails. And these are my new Christmas nails. She's awesome. She's very artistic. And so here we have Sue Hillis Designs, Happy Stitching. I took this to my stitch group on last Saturday. And basically I just sat here and stitched in all the white. This whole thing is just now filled in with white. And since I like to chat at these things, I took this so I could just chat and fill in. This was a Wednesday group. I'm sorry, I was at a Wednesday group. It was a 2-hour group. It's a 5 to 7 group on Wednesdays. And sometimes I can get into those, and I happen to get into one. Because there was a lady who had to cancel because she was going to Florida. Thank you, Pam. And she let me know, and I was able to take her seat for her. So got into that stitch group, and that one's always a lot of fun too, but it's a really small group. It's 10 people. They only allow like 10 people in that group, so it's really hard to get into. So okay, the next thing I worked on, oh wait, I'm going to tell you about Happy Stitching. Happy Stitching is done in DMC flosses, and the Ada It is worked on, of course, is a 14 count, and it's just a DMC that I bought at Michael's. They haven't named them as far as I know. I haven't actually looked up to see if I can find a name for them. I need to do that. I keep thinking I should, because surely they have a name other than a stock number on the back of them or something. So I will look that up. But it's a real pretty rainbowish. It's printed. It's white on the back, and it's a really pretty color. I have a couple of the other colors too, but I haven't put anything on those as of yet. Okay, the next thing I had worked on, Happy Stitching. I did not write down how many stitches that one got. So sorry. Like I said, I was at the stitch group. I was blah, blah, blah. So the next thing I worked on was Silver Creek Samplers, Follow Your Heart, but Take Your Stitching With You. Now this one is going to be quite small, and I am almost done with Follow Your Heart. So this one we could be looking at a finish here in the next couple weeks probably, because it is rather small. And I am going to try to replace my smalls with other smalls. That way I don't end up with just 40 big ones, or how many ever big ones. This is what we have so far. This is Follow Your Heart. And that is done with DMC flosses. It is done on a 14 count French Cafe Mocha. Country French Cafe Mocha. Sorry, Country French Cafe Mocha. And that one got 168 stitches, and that was just because I wanted to finish the word heart. Like sometimes I just keep going because I want to finish a certain thing, so that's what I do. So that's that. Next thing I worked on was Sunflower Spar. And this is what it looks like. And it is by Corey E. Batakori. I probably am not saying that correct, but that's the best I can do. I originally saw this on Stacy, the 911 stitcher. I saw that she was stitching this, and I just love the little yellow house so much. She started down here somewhere, and so she's got had most of her house done when I saw it. And I really loved this one, so I went and put it on my 1, 2, 3 wish list, and my husband picked it up for me for Valentine's Day last year. And I started stitching on it pretty much immediately. But I started up here in this corner because I wanted to get to this little girl because she's so stinking cute. Look at her. Oh, she's adorable. So I have now got this part done here. And Courtney came in and she backstitched the words on this for me already. And this is stitched on a Bestitch Me fabric called Hot Cocoa. It was the fabric of the month. I think it was last January. And that's what she looks like so far. And that is regular DMC flosses. And Sunflower Farms got 121 stitches put in it. I believe I worked on that sunflower. I think that's where I was on that. Okay, there's that. And then the next thing I worked on was Dreaming of Tulips, and this is by Rosewood Manor. I don't have my original anymore because I gave my pattern away or sold it or something, and so I just have a photocopy of it. And so it basically looks like that. It would look better, but this is, like I said, it's a photocopy. So this one got 100 stitches. And this is where I am on it. So basically I was putting in the stuff over here. This is Dreaming of Tulips by Rosewood Manor. It is done in 14 count white Aida. Nothing special about it. And it is done in DMC flosses as well. Okay, the next project is Peaceful Tranquility. This is by Artisy. Artwork is by Abraham Hunter. It's a really pretty fall scene. I really, really love this. I just wish I could get to it faster. I am getting a lot of the cloud now. I have a lot of the cloud and I have a lot of this yellow tree. So hopefully I'm working in a diagonal, so hopefully I'm going to be hitting this orange tree soon. And here is where it is. This is on a 14 count gridded white Aida that I got from AliExpress. And it got 100 stitches. So I added this square here. As I said, I am working in a diagonal to come this way. And so this is what it looks like from afar. And whoop, it's upside down. Hello. So well, we can just cover this part up. There you go. And so that's what she looks like so far. She's so pretty. I really love working on the full coverage projects. I don't know, there's just something about working on the full coverage. Sometimes I feel like they're a little more fun than every other project. I don't know, it's weird. It's easier to stitch. I make less mistakes, less counting, I guess. But I really do like them. Okay, so that one got 100. Next project is the Nativity. This is by Adept to Cross Stitch on Etsy. And this is the photograph of what it will be. my current picture doesn't really look like anything because I'm still up here in the black sky. So I will show it, but it's not real impressive. It's just there's actually, I think, 3 colors up there, but you really can't tell. So I did another 100 stitches on him, but so there's probably about 1,000 stitches in him right now, but you really can't see anything yet. So, but there it is. If you're looking at it close, yeah, you can see a little bit of fabric, but you know, it's going to be up on your wall and nobody's going to notice. It'll all come together and it'll be beautiful. Nativity got 100 stitches as well. And one more on this row, we have another Etsy purchase. This was by Fabric Arts Design, and this is called Snowy Owls or Winter Owls. I can't remember what I think they called it Winter Owls. Winter Owls. And if you ever want any of these patterns and you can't find them, feel free to message me or send me an email. I'll send you the link if I can still find it, if it's still available. So yeah, and this one got 100 stitches as well. This one's coming out really nice. I think we're getting really close because I'm like right in here. I think we are literally like maybe 1 row away. So, and these pine cones, y'all, look how pretty. These pine cones came out so beautiful. They're not much to look at when you're stitching them, but then when you get it all in and you look from, you know, a foot away, it's like, wow, look, there's a pine cone there. So yeah, I'm really, really proud of this one. This one's starting to look really, really good. And I'm really excited for the owls to show up on this one. It says Snowy Owls or Winter Owls, whatever they're calling it. Got 100 stitches as well. Okay, row 2, the next 8. So we're halfway there. Okay, this is Collecting Shells. And this is a DreamWorks kit. And I love this little girl. She's just so cute. She reminded me of my 2 little girls. This could be either one of them. They looked alike as babies. Well, they still look alike today, but yeah, that could be either one of them on the beach. Really good. So adorable. And so I did change the fabric on this. I went with a gridded fabric that I had, that I got off AliExpress. And I am parking on this one. I don't have the bobbies on this one because I don't have that many of them. I've got more bobbies downstairs. If you're looking for those little plastic things that I just showed on the other one, they are called Bob-Ease, B-O-B-E-E-Z, and you can find them on Amazon by just looking that up. So we're still up here in the ocean, way up here in the beginning. So we haven't hit our little girl's hair yet. And there again, it'll be in the next row or 2. So we're getting closer. Okay, that one got 100 stitches as well. That's being done in kit flosses on my own fabric, as I mentioned earlier. Just because the gridded fabric is a little bit nicer to use. And when I started that one, I hadn't started gridding my own, so I wasn't sure if I'd be good at it or how to do it. So I just went with some pre-gridded that I already had, but I probably won't buy pre-gridded anymore just because I know how to grid now, and pre-gridded is a little bit more expensive than just white Aida. So next project is Beachcomber by Carolyn Manning Designs. I really love stitching on this. I love all the blues in this, and when I have to stop, I'm like, oh, I could do 1 or 2 more squares of this, but I make myself stop so I can, you know, give love to some other projects too. So this is where we are. And I'm just doing 1 little square at a time, as you see these little squares here. Now each one of those little bitty squares there are only 90 stitches. So instead of getting my 100 that I try to get for every project once a month, this one only gets 90 because that's all, you know, it gets. So, and that makes that square. So that's what she got. Now, if I decide to give her extra love this month, since I'll be done with everything in a few days, she might get some more. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to work on for my fun stitching. That's not my mandatory stitching that I make up. I make these rules up by myself. They're my rules for me. Nobody has to follow them. It doesn't have anything to do with any Facebook groups or anything else. It's just something I do for myself. So I touch every project once a month because I don't want to be one of those stitchers. Not that it's bad. If it's what you like, it's what you like. But I personally don't want to say, oh, I haven't seen this in years. I couldn't do that. But if you can, good for you. You do you, boo. So this is Holiday Quaker by Leela Studios. I'm pretty sure everybody's probably seen this one. This one is on that Mystic Gray that I showed earlier on another project. The 100 L's is on Mystic Gray, I believe. No, this is not on Mystic Gray. I'm sorry, this is on Pewter. I almost said that wrong. This is on Pewter. I was like, this is darker than that. This is on Pewter. Okay, so this is on Pewter. Now I do have a major error in this that would require me to remove this entire motif. So instead of removing that entire motif, I'm making adjustments for it. I have pushed it too far this way, but I think I've come up with a plan that I can not have to remove that entire motif. And so I'm going to be working around in a different order and filling in maybe a little further to the right on some of them, if you get what I'm saying. So there won't be so much spacing in between. It'll make sense when I get there. I'll show you. So that is Leela Studios Holiday Quaker. It's stitched on 14 count pewter. That is stitched with the called for flosses. Let me just stick that back over there. And Holiday Quaker got 92 stitches. It was just at a good stopping point, so that's why it got that. And we are into I Am a Survivor. I am a breast cancer survivor, in case you're new here. And this is what this project is. A lot of people ask me a lot about this one. This is by a company called Sew and Grew, S-E-W and G-R-E-W, Sew and Grew. It is done in 14 count Aida in white, and it is in DMC flosses. And I've been working on the words I am a survivor up at the top. And so I got I am. So of course my next part will be A. So it'll say I am a survivor. Sorry about that. Dogs are wanting their stuff. It's late afternoon. I can't say the word because they know what it means. So you know what I mean. Those done as DMC flosses, regular white Aida. One moment. Okay, so our next project is the Army emblem. This says Department of the Army, United States of America, and it is the Army symbol. I am doing this for my husband. He is a veteran. And I put 100 stitches in this, and this is just done on plain white Aida that I have gridded myself. I put 100 stitches in here in this yellow bit right there. And so it's just got a small start going on to it. And I'll be working on that one for quite a long time, I'm sure. That's done in regular DMC flosses. I did not say, that's Army Emblem by Imaginating. There it is on top. think I mentioned that, so. Okay, next we have the Christmas Village. This is one of my favorites. It is so super cute. It is by Tiny Modernist. It did come in a 4-part series, so you do have to buy all 4 parts. It may come in a complete collection as mine did, though it's still priced as buying 4 patterns because it is 4 patterns inside. And I am currently on this first section here. I have just finished this little girl's coat. Courtney has come over and backstitched all of this and a little bit of the snow here. So when she comes over next, she will be backstitching anything that's in that little tree there. This is done on just a blue fabric that I bought, 14 count Aida, that I bought from Amazon. And I literally typed in 14 count Aida blue. That's it. And I just picked the first one that showed up. I think it said it was by somebody KC. I think KC was the initials on it or something. But that's what it is. And so it's getting really, really cute. So like I said, I just put in this little girl's coat. So Christmas Village got 144 stitches because I wanted to get in her whole coat. I didn't want to stop at 100 because I was too close to finishing the coat. So I went ahead and finished the coat. So that's why some of them get more than 100 and some of them don't. Okay, next project is I Am a Needlesmith. This is by the Bay Needle Arts. And for anyone new here, this was originally started on 16 count Aida. Now I found out then that I don't like 16 count Aida. Every time I would pull this project out, I absolutely dreaded it. Didn't like it whatsoever. I still love the picture. I just dreaded it, and it took me a while to figure out why. It was the Aida. And now this is before I knew that I was a 14 count Aida girl. And now I know that. So I switched the fabric to 14 count. And I enjoy this so much better now. This is what it looked like on my 16 count. That's a lot to have done. Yes. But if you're not enjoying it, don't suffer. Don't suffer yourself through it. Just restart it. You got to enjoy what you're stitching. If you not enjoy it, change it. Change the fabric, change the floss, change whatever it is you need to change. Maybe it's not in your style anymore. Maybe you've had it a long time and you don't like it anymore. UFO it. It's okay, life's short. Life's too short to sit around and stitch something we don't like. So this is where I am now. So I did get the bottom of this palm tree done. I went all the way down with the palm tree. So that got 120 stitches, and there again, it got an extra 20 stitches because I wanted to finish the palm tree. And now I can move on down to the water part. That is on a 14 count ivory Aida. Nothing special about it, just ivory. I love my ivory. If you're new here, you'll find out that I use a lot of ivory because I really like the color ivory. It's just a really good neutral. So next I have Autumn by Cricket Collection. I do have all 4 of the seasons. I will be doing them all. So after this one, I will be doing the summer. I am halfway through this. Well, almost halfway through. I just started the U. I've got just a little bit of the U done now. So after this one, I will probably pull out the summer and just have it replace this one. And so this is Cricket Collection. Autumn, it is currently back stitched up to the point that I was at. Courtney back stitched it one day when she was here. This is done on a Vintage Country Mocha. And that is where I am. I am probably going to do maybe the others on this Vintage Country Mocha too. I have to see what they're done in. I know the summer is not being done on Vintage Country Mocha. I've already bought a lavender for it that I think it's gonna look really good on. So, but I do have a lot of Vintage Country Mocha on that, so it'll get used eventually. And Autumn got 104 stitches, and that was so I could finish something that I was stitching on it. The next project is, and this is the last project that I have to show today. This is Autumn at Hawkrun Hollow by Carriage House Samplings. If you haven't seen that one, let me show you what it looks like. I am way up here in the beginning, but I'll go ahead and show you what the whole thing looks like in case you're interested. You could always pull off just one of these motifs or one of these squares if you don't want to stitch the whole thing. I am stitching everything but these 2 squares here. I'm not really a Halloween person, so I will omit these 2 squares here, move these up, and it will still be my autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. So this is done on a Vintage Country Mocha as well. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. I don't have a list, but I believe it is. Okay, there we go. This one got 102 stitches, and that's how many stitches are in that bird. I did that entire bird. I have not finished this leaf over here yet because it does take a specialty floss that I do not have currently. So once Christmas is over, I will probably order that. I need to make sure that it wasn't ordered for me through my 1, 2, 3 stitch wish list. Words are hard sometimes. So I give my family my wish list for 1, 2, 3 stitch, and then they go through there and they talk amongst themselves, and they decide what they want to each buy me, and they talk to each other, and so nobody buys duplicates, hopefully, because we found that for some reason it doesn't seem like that when one person buys it, that it doesn't come off for the next person. I don't know if I'm using it wrong or if they're doing it wrong or something, but if you know how to fix that, let me know. So last Wednesday, I went to my stitch group, and I usually don't get there on Wednesdays. I usually do the Saturday groups. But last Wednesday, a lady from my Saturday group had a Wednesday ticket, and she was going to Florida. And so Pam said that she had this ticket if anybody wanted it for Wednesday, and she gave it to me. So I sat in on the Wednesdays stitch group. It's 2 hours, and so when I was there, my friend Karen, she knew I was coming, and so she brought me some 14 count ivory Aida because she knows how much I love my ivory, and of course I'm a 14 count Aida girl. So that's my 14 count ivory Aida. So there we go. That is my first piece of haul. And then my next thing was I had bought, oh, which piece was it? I think it was this one. I had bought this one last week, 2 weeks ago maybe, and I showed it on my channel. It was on a discount, in a discount rack, and so I went to 1, 2, 3 stitch, and this is North Pole by Sue Hillis Designs, and it is a 4-part series, and they didn't have, my LNS didn't have the other 3 parts, so I went to 1, 2, 3 stitch to see if they had it, and I put it on my wish list. And I was having a rough day last week, and my daughter's mail came in, and she said, Mama, you're having a bad day, and I want you to open one of your presents. And she got me the other 3. Thank you, Allie. So now I have all 4 pieces, and now I gotta find a piece of fabric big enough for it. And I think I have one coming now. I went and ordered a piece off of AliExpress that is supposed, I'm hoping it's big enough, so we shall see. If it's not, then we'll come up with another idea because I don't have anything large enough for this currently. So that is all of my haul for the week. I did not end up buying anything when I was at my LNS on Wednesday. So that finishes us off. Like I said, I only have about 5 more to do. That'll finish off the entire month, and then I'll just continue stitching on whatever, you know, calls to me. And I imagine it's going to be a full coverage, but maybe not. It might be one of my smalls. You know, it could be anything, who knows. If there's something you'd like me to do extra stitching on this month, let me know down below. Tell me which one of my projects you'd like to see a little extra done on. Maybe I'll do some of that. That's always fun, getting your opinions. So, I'm sorry there was no video on Monday, if I haven't already said that. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are starting to be better days for me, I think. Though I will still try to get them out on Mondays. However, next Monday is Christmas Day. So if you celebrate Christmas, I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. And if you don't, I hope you have a happy holiday wherever you are, or just a happy week, and just be kind and gentle and love one another. And as always, I would like to say, if you have not yet done so, it is almost the end of the year. And as I say every single week, and I will continue to say, please get your mammograms. Mammograms are very, very important. They could save your life. They did mine. If you'd like to know more about my story, you can go back to my very first video where I talk about my breast cancer journey just a little bit. I haven't really done anything in depth on it, but I'm always here if anybody wants to talk about it, or if they have friends or family who's going through it. There are great resources on Facebook. If you type in breast cancer support groups, they are absolutely wonderful. They helped me so much, because you're talking with other people who are going through it, or maybe who are past stages that you've already done. Maybe you're getting ready to go through the chemo or the radiation, or you're just starting and you don't even know what comes next. And they help you with your worries. They really do. They're really, really great. So I highly recommend to anybody who has any kind of cancer to look up a Facebook group for them, because they can just be oh so helpful to talk to somebody who's actually going through it and can tell you, yeah, you're fine to be scared, and you're fine to be angry. You know, everything that you're feeling is fine, and this is how it happened to me, you know, and yes, I had that stage, and this is what I went through. That may not be necessarily what you're going to go through, but it gives you an idea. So, on that note, I'm going to let you go and get off my little soapbox about breast cancer and mammograms. Go get your mammograms. All right. So until next time, bye-bye.